Hello, my name is Joseph Mlechko, and this is my photographer that I chose to do the presentations on. This is Neil Leifer. He's an American photographer. He's a sports photographer. He's mainly known for his iconic pictures from boxing and football, capturing drama and tension, emotion of the game. His goals were to make the viewers feel like they were in that moment. So he aimed to capture a lot of raw emotions, mainly in boxing and football. Those are the two sports where the intensity of the competition was very intense. He just wanted his audience to know, to experience the highs and the lows and the struggles of what the athletes would go through. His techniques, he would use a overhead camera, usually a remote controlled usually remote controlled. He would capture unique angles. As you can see, one of them was an overhead shot of Ali. He would also use wide angles, and those were mainly unusual angles that no one really took any of, and that gave a fresh look at sports photography, and people really started to enjoy it. He was a master at his craft. He was more than just a sports star. He wanted to show a story. He was a storyteller. He didn't just like freeze moments. He would capture the journey that athletes would go through. As you can see, the Olympic gymnast it was in the middle of doing a backflip, a linebacker in the middle of running down, and a QB ready to throw the ball. He had an impact on society as he not only took photos of sports, he took photos of Ali and his sportsmanship and his influence on race and civil rights. His two most famous photos is the 1965 Ali and Liston fight, as it captures Ali towering over Liston, and the John Madden on top of a Raiders player's shoulders. And both of these photos go down as one of the greatest shots of sports photography of all time. The influence Neil had on photography were mainly his framing and use of techniques. It influenced a generation on sports photographers. He changed the way sports are visualized. He turned a lot of action shots into emotional narratives, and he's to this day the he still shapes sports photography to this day. As you can see in one photo of his photos, he blurred the background and got a solo shot of the quarterback, and then on the right photo, it's a more modern photo, the background being blurry and a solo shot of the player. A lot of challenges he went through. He would be in dangerous spots, as you can see in this picture. It's muddy, so his camera could get all muddy. The players could hit him. He can get injured as he's on the sideline. He sacrificed a lot of his well-being to get the one-of-a-kind shots. He wanted a lot of audiences to get a feeling from his images. He had a range of emotions. Of his photography, he would get happiness of a victory or sadness of a defeat. He would capture portraits of the human side of sports, showing vulnerability and strength in athletes. I would say these images just reminded us that athletes are people too, and also that sports is just about resilience, courage, and determination. Overall, Neil was a photographer, was a sports star, but he was more than just taking photos of the sports, of the image. He was his photos are a visual, like it's a history. His photos are history. Most of his photos are the most important moments in 20th century in sports. His techniques, his emotional storytelling, and his perspectives have left a huge impact on the world of photography, and his legacy just continues to inspire and influence a lot of photographers today.